Oh.
Let me help you, sir. You're wrong. Let me help you out.
Okay.
County obtained a quitclaim deed from the defunct. Be quiet. I'm talking now.
Okay, I was talking, you interrupted.
No, you interrupted me. Are you ready to listen?
When did I interrupt you? I was
Right now. So are you ready? Do you want to listen or do you want to just keep talking?
All right, go for it.
Sure. The county obtained a quitclaim deed from the defunct railroad. The railroad went bankrupt. It was Conrail. Okay? Then, that was a quitclaim deed. The quitclaim deed was subsequently transferred to the AOAA. So, the county obtained a deed. It was a quitclaim deed, and a quitclaim deed, as you probably know, means that whatever the railroad owns, maybe nothing, maybe actual fee simple ownership, is now given to the county. Subsequently, the county transferred by quitclaim deed ownership, whatever it had, to the AOAA. Maybe something, maybe nothing. That's what happened. Do you understand?
And I do understand.
Okay, then what's your question?
My question is, how did the chain of ownership begin with the railroad?
Very simple. Back in 1838 approximately, Danville-Pottsville Railroad went through and it purchased fee simple ownership. Wrong. Wrong. Because I did a title search on it and you didn't. You didn't. And neither did anybody you hired. So there was a title search done. I have the title search. Now, I don't have the complete title search because the searcher is continuing to finish up the final parts of it. But they obtained fee simple ownership of the land through there. So, if that is correct, then the county obtained fee simple ownership and it transferred fee simple ownership.
So Frank, listen, this is legal stuff.
But if you want to talk about this, bring it to the AOAA because the commissioners are not the owners of the property, nor are they the people doing the project.
Okay.
So, you don't belong here. Well, you can ask whatever questions you want, but they don't have the answers. Go to the AOAA.
And we don't have the answers, but we're willing to help work this thing out. And again, you need to go to the AOA. These legal questions, except for Commissioner Best, me and Joe know nothing legally about anything. And I'm not saying the AOA's right. I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying let's just move forward and try to get to a conclusion where everyone's happy. And I think that's what we're going to try to do. But you need to go to the AOA to get all this specific information. Honestly, we don't have it. Frank, of course, is the solicitor at the AOA. When you're there, he can answer your questions there. But again, to discuss it here, we don't have the expertise to do that. And I would recommend, Frank, the next meeting at the AOA, that they can attend, and it's open to the public.
Public meeting.
And go.
All our meetings are public.
Ask them all the questions. And again, someone on the 28th from the commissioners here will be on that board as an overseer and be more involved. But up to this point, and I'm not, making up stuff. We didn't know. I don't know nothing about Rails to Trails. All I know is it was a big push years ago, and some of the other counties picked it up along the river or something. I think Kim was on the board then, and the property was turned over from the railroad, from us to the AOA, and a study was done. That's it. So nothing's in stone. Nothing's done, and I think you need to work with the AOA and talk to them, and there'll be a commissioner representing the people there, and then we can move forward. But again, here in front of us, we don't have the answers for you. Okay?
I'd like to state that I have a fee simple deed to the property. A fee simple. Well, I'm one. How could the railroad deed to the land. To the land. Why did they take that deed? Simple deed.
Okay. I answered that question once.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. The answer is they don't have a deed of easement. You are incorrect. If you have proof that it's a deed of easement, I suggest you provide it to me, because I have a deed of, that's fee simple, to the railroad.
Not from the railroad, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Frank,
Yes, I do.
Frank, this again is
So,
something.
bring it to the AOAA. You don't have the deed.
This is something
So
for
bring
it
it
to be
there.
discussed at the AOA.
I have a copy of the deed of easement from the railroad, and I own. Don't all this gobbledygook and say they have a fee.
So listen,
They have a fee.
if you want to stay after and talk to Frank, if you want to meet her, just go, that's fine. Discuss this again.
Again, it's not a county matter.
I was going to say, it seems to me that this conversation is, you know, Attorney Garrigan is now really speaking on behalf of what he knows for the AOAA. We don't know that. I'm not briefed on that. So I'm not comfortable having this conversation here when we don't know. I don't even know what's happening here. So I think the place to have, at least initially, to have this conversation is at the AOAA, that entity. If you find, when you go there and you ask questions and the answers alert you to something that involves the county, then come back and talk to us about it. But I'm literally not, I'm not understanding how we're involved. I don't know when that transaction took place. I don't have any copies of deeds or anything in front of me because, frankly, sir, it's not our land right now. The AOAA is made up of different types of ownership. Some of it is leased by us. Some of it is owned to them outright. And clearly, this land that we're talking about, they claim they own. And they would have had to show something, that's what my attorney hat shows me, to be able to do this study, right? So whatever that is, I don't know, but you should go to the entity that is claiming ownership to it and ask the questions because they have the information. We don't. We don't. I don't have deeds. I don't have, yeah. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that the railroad only had a deed of easement. Company for railroad. Before the railroad came on, retained all.
I'm not disputing anything you're saying. I'm just saying I feel like our public meetings have become the location for this argument when we are not, I have no information that puts us squarely at the face of this dispute. If I did, I would have something to say about it. I don't, and I just feel like, you know, what's going on doesn't have anything to do with county business as of now. It does not. It's not even the land that we lease to them. This is somehow land that they're claiming they own. So that's what you need to figure out, sir. Yeah.
And if you have any problems, just like I said, go to the AOA meeting, and you can always call us if there's any issues that they're not letting you in or they're not answering your questions. But go there and ask them. I think they'll be open and tell you the answers. Honestly, any of this deed stuff, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know if I have a deed to my house. I hope I do somewhere. But please go to the AOA if you have issues when you go up there. You know, let us know, because there will be someone as a liaisons between the county and the AOA. Okay? How to? Frank.
It's on my calendar, but
Okay.
I don't have.
Well, if you want to
Is it on a
afterwards,
website?
I don't know.
Yeah, you probably know better than we do.
So then it's the.
Is it on a web? Is it on a web page?
Yeah, the
Well,
website, I'm sure
it's
the web.
advertised.
And it's
I
open
think
to the
it's on
public.
website too.
And then go and ask those questions and see how it goes forward, okay? Thank you, guys. I guess before we adjourn,